Hi everyone, this is Happy Bird from happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com, and today we're going to make a really super easy and cute little vintage Christmas scene here for you to give to people, just to hand to them and say Merry Christmas, or maybe place on a coworker's desk. So this was a lot of fun to put together, and I'll show you exactly how I did it. Okay, so the first thing I did was I took this 2.5-inch circle punch that I bought from Amazon, and I punched out 4 pieces of white 110-pound cardstock, okay, and I glued them together using the Beacon fabric tack. And I like using this because it doesn't warp or anything like that when you glue it on. Then I sat something heavy on top just to make sure that everything adhered. Okay. Now, after it was completely dry, and I waited, maybe about 4 hours. On one side, I took this triple thick, and I just spread this on with my finger very thin. Okay, and it's completely dry now. But I wanted this gloss on here thin so it would dry quickly, and now it has a barrier, so if I want to put more triple thick on here with fake snow or glue or glitter, then it'll be fine and it's not going to warp or do anything like that. Now that's just if you use the paper. If you're using a wood circle or something like that, then it would be a little different. But so that's how I prepared that. Okay, and so we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so honestly, there's 100 different ways that you could do this. You could use the lightweight spackling on here and sprinkle some glitter for snow. You can use just regular glitter. You can use just the fake snow. There's all kinds of different ways. I'm going to use a mixture of the snow and a little bit of glitter. Now, I bought this for half this price at Hobby Lobby, but they also have this size bag at the Dollar Tree and also the 99-cent store. I saw it there. The fake snow was in where all of the snowflake Christmas ornaments were. So you might want to look there. Okay? Alright, so to start, I'm going to be using a little bit of this glitter here that I bought from Walmart for less than $3 a bottle. And this is called Snowy Surprise. I might add a little touch of the pink ultrafine glitter in blush. This is by Recollections. You don't have to have this, but it's just something I had handy. And I might even use some of these, and I believe this was in one of those half and half type glitter jars that I bought at Walmart a while back. It had ultrafine pink glitter on one side and this on the other. And I liked this, but I didn't care too much for their ultra fine pink glitter that they had with it, because I didn't think it was as sparkly as this. Okay, so with that said, let's get a little Dixie cup and open up my snow first. A little snow bag. Alright. I'm just going to put a little bit in here. Not much at all. See, not like that. And then I'll sprinkle the Snowy Surprise glitter in here. I think I'm just going to take the lid off that. It's easier to do it that way. A little bit of that. Okay, and then tiny bit of this pink ultrafine glitter. And see, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You just do what you like. Okay. Like that. Alrighty. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this triple thick. You can use a brush or your finger. I'm just using my finger on this one. And I'm going to be putting a fairly good coat on top of the coat that is already dried. Okay. This is a fairly good amount here. Bring it to the sides, just like this. And same thing on this side. You want to bring it out to the very edge. You don't want triple thick on here just all in the middle. You want to bring it out to the edge. Okay, and putting this on for just a second. In fact, I'm going to set this down. Put the lid on here. I don't like it open. Wipe my finger off a little bit. Should have had some baby wipes up here, but I've got this, so okay. All right. So gonna tap it down just like this. And anything that I have left on this little circle, any of the glitter I have left, I can just put it back in here for the next one. Okay, I'm going to tip it over one time. I'm just going to push it in all the way around. A little bit of the snow. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. I'm just going to allow that to dry overnight, and then we'll decorate it tomorrow morning. I think it'll look really nice by the time we're finished and this is all dried. Alright, I'm going to put my glitter back, the excess glitter. Okay, so this dried completely overnight. You can see it's rock hard. So we're going to add a little bit of this Pom Pom Trim to the edges. I paid half this price, and the trims go on sale at Hobby Lobby a couple of times a month, so that's when I pick them up. And I already cut a little piece off, and I may have to cut a little more, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by placing this right here along the edge. So I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac, Beacon Fabri-Tac glue. And I think it's easier to put this on the edges like this, and then go all the way around. You might find it easier to put it on the trim itself, you know, just do what feels the most comfortable to you. Okay. And I like to look at the front to make sure that I'm doing this right. You gotta have a little bit of time to adjust this, so that's why I'm using the Beacon Fabri-Tac. If I were to put glue on this, hot glue I should say, it doesn't give you any time at all to adjust it, and you might end up gluing it to an area that you didn't want to glue it to. Okay, so there's a little bit here that I can cut off. Okay, I'm just going to adjust it now, like that. And I press it down. Okay, so I'm going to allow this to dry before we go any further. Shouldn't take too long with a Fabri-Tac, and then we'll be back and we'll start decorating it. Okay, so while this is drying over here, I'm going to show you what I did to the trees, the little trees. Now I bought these trees, 18 pieces, on Amazon for $7.66, and that was tax included and free shipping because I have Prime, and it was delivered the next day. Okay, now I know they probably have these cheaper at the Dollar Tree, but to tell you the truth, I haven't seen any at our Dollar Tree. They were pretty much wiped out. Hobby Lobby might have them, but I just went ahead and bought these. I like the fact that they're off-white because I can easily color these any color I want. Now, the bottom was just plain cork, as you can see here, but I just took some white acrylic paint and just put it on the bottom. Okay, now you can do this a couple of ways. I want to turn this tree pink. So what I did was I started out just by doing this, up in places and down in certain places. And it did help a lot, but I wanted a pink that was even more pink, and I don't mean dark pink, I mean more coverage. So I'll show you what I did to kind of finish it off. You can do it any way you want, but this is just what I did. This is a little Sharpie, by the way. Okay, now if you want to, you can leave it kind of a light pink like that. If you're not, you know, if it doesn't bother you. It's kind of pretty with the snow-like effect, right? So you could leave it just like that. You can also do this. I have a little pink watercolor pan here. Okay, and this time I'm not going to use a baby wipe because using a baby wipe will cause the fibers to be caught in this tree. Okay, So I'm just going to take my little spray bottle from the Dollar Tree that I filled with water, and let me spread this out here, this napkin, and I'm just going to spray the watercolor like that. I'm just going to dip my finger in it. See? Now be careful when you do this because you don't want it to have like a toothbrush effect and splatter all over you. But this is what you're going to do with this, just an upward motion. See? You can do that. Make it look nice and bright. You could actually do this any way you want. This is just the way I did it. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So I'm just going to allow this to dry. It shouldn't take that long to dry, so there we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to allow this to dry, and then I'll clean this up and we'll be back. Okay, so this is dried, so I'm just going to give it a little haircut here at the bottom, not much, just a little bit, with the stray fibers hanging out. Okay, that's good enough. Don't want to, well, maybe this. You don't want to do overkill. Alright. Oh, maybe this. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, so let's see. Oh, we're going to be gluing little bulbs onto this tree. And I'm using these adhesive gems by the Paper Studio at Hobby Lobby. And I did get this for half price. And this is 6mm. Okay. It's got kind of a rainbow type effect. I don't know if you can see it. It has pinks and blues and greens in there. Okay. I'm going to take it out. Alright. I'm just going to use my mini glue gun. And just place it like that. It adheres right away, that's why I'm using the glue gun instead of the Fabri-Tac. And the Fabri-Tac I think would be even messier than the glue gun. Just putting a tiny bit. I'm using the SureBonder mini glue gun from Amazon. Some people love this glue gun, some people don't like it at all, so, but I like it. Okay. See, just going to be doing that all around the tree. Now I won't sit here and make you watch me do the entire tree, but I think I'll do at least half. You want to make it flat up against there. If you wanted to, you could probably get some 3mm pearls, string of pearls, online, and kind of wrap it around. Okay. I mean, in place of the little gems. here. Like that. Okay, so I did part of the tree, but I'm going to go all the way around. I just won't sit there and make you watch me do it. So, I'm going to finish this up and then we'll be back. Okay, so we finished decorating the Christmas tree. So what I'm going to do next is use some of this trim here for the bottom. I bought this at Hobby Lobby. I wait until, like I said, all the trims are half off. It'll say 50% off trims, spools, and tool, I think, something like that. Check the ad. Okay. And I thought this was kind of pretty. It's just plastic, but it's got little rhinestones in it. And I thought it might be pretty just to put around the edge of the tree here. Like that, just to glue it on. So I think I'm going to start with just the tiniest amount of hot glue. Just so it will adhere right away. I'm just going to let it sit there for a minute. Okay. Then I'm going to wrap it around to see where I need to cut it. Right about here, I think. So let's snip this off right here. Okay. Just going to put a tiny dab around here. And then wrap it around. There we go. I don't know if I got that part at the end. No, I didn't. Okay, so. There we go. See? All right. I just give it a little extra bling. Now, when you put your little scene together, you're going to want an odd number of elements. You're going to want 3 elements or 5 elements, you know, an odd number. And I think I'm going to set this right about here, right about here. So I want this to stand up. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just put some hot glue here, a good amount, and I'm going to hold it up though because I don't want it to tilt. So I'm just going to hold it up like that till it starts to dry a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Alright, so I'm going to put a little deer on there. I found these deer last year at Hobby Lobby, and they have them this year too. And I did not pay $2.99. I think I paid either 50 or 60% off. But if you look at the deer, let me take one out. If you look at the little deer, their horns are the same color as their body, and their eyes, they don't really show up too well. And then the feet, there's parts where the paint is off. So this is what I did. I took a black Sharpie marker And I just started coloring in his feet. And I did that all the way around. So that really helped to darken it up a little. And then for the eyes, I took another black Sharpie marker, only the ultra fine marker, and I just made it a little darker. On both sides. Okay. You gotta be careful though, because... Okay, so that looks good now. Matches. Right, and then for the antlers, I bought this Deco Art, or excuse me, was it? Is it Deco? Oh no, it's by Marvi Uchida, and it's called Deco Color Premium, and it's in gold. And I'm going to shake it up because it's a paint pen. It's a metallic gold. They also have this at Hobby Lobby. Okay, so I'm going to take the top part off. Okay, and let's see, what did I do with my paper? Ah, rats. Okay, let me grab this. Alright, I'm going to pump it a little bit, and then you see you get that gold out. And I am going to color his entire antlers gold. See how pretty? Makes a difference, doesn't it? And I'm going to do the same thing on the back. And wherever you see that you can put some color to it. Alright. Of course, that's going to take time to dry, the top. But see, we already made it look a lot better than it did before, just by giving them those little added touches. I'll show you this one from, see? You can spruce yours up a little bit. Okay. So I already had a deer, I'm sorry. I already had a deer here that I fixed in advance so his horns would be dry. So I'm just going to add him here, about like that. I'm going to leave a little space here because I want to add something here too. Not sure what yet, but I'm going to add just a teeny weeny bit of hot glue to the bottom of each one of his little hoofs. Like that. He stands real well. Okay. Alrighty. So let me go get that third element here. Like I said, I'm not sure what I want it to be yet, but we'll see what I have in there. Okay, so I came up with a couple of things. This is a little button that I bought from Hobby Lobby. It's in the fabric section, and the brand name is Sewology. It's S-E-W-ology, okay? And I cut the little shank off in the back. You could also use this little acrylic snowflake. It's a button, can use that as well. But I do want them to kind of stand at an angle like this. I don't want them just to lay flat. So I thought, well, I could use this little pom-pom here and glue this on, and then have them lean up against it, you know, glue it that way. You could do it that way, or you could even cut this in half, but I think I'll just leave it like this. Just make sure it's real small. Okay, so I'm going to put that right there. And then I think I'm just going to put the hot glue on the actual snowball. So I can lean this up against it, like so, and it works out really well, like that. And see? I did have a cute little squirrel I wanted to put on here, but the squirrel was so big it was not much shorter, or not much, yeah, not much shorter than the actual deer, and it just looked odd because of that. But anyway, I thought this turned out kind of cute. You could put a little star if you wanted to on top of the tree as well. I don't know if I have a star that small to put on top, or you know what? I could even put a little pink heart at the top of this if I didn't have a star. I'm going to see what I have in there. Okay, so I couldn't find a little star for the top of the Christmas tree, but that was fine. I just used a little pink heart. I just hot glued it to the front of the tree. It was a Dollar Tree adhesive gemstone. I bought a whole package of them, oh, quite a while back now. And then I added a little bow. I just found some 1/8 inch wide ribbon, and I tied it into a bow, and I hot glued it right on the front of the deer's neck, as you can see. And I did forget to tell you this when I was showing you how to spruce up your deer. I added a little black nose to the tip. I'd forgotten that there was nothing there, so I used the ultra fine black Sharpie marker and just added a little black nose like that. So I hope you really enjoyed this little tutorial, and I really hope you give it a try. Just remember to add an odd number of elements to this, so it'll be pleasing to the eye. You know, like 3 elements like I did, or 5 elements. It's up to you. So thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And Merry Christmas, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.